Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you're not new, thank you guys so much for coming back. I really appreciate your support. Today we are going to be doing my November favorites. It has been so long since I've done a favorites video, but I love doing these. And this month I have, honestly, a little bit of everything because it's been so long. So I have like skincare, candles, fragrance, a couple like beauty items, and a book. Because if you guys didn't know, I actually, other than fragrance, okay, like fragrance and beauty, I love. And then other than that, books. I'm like the biggest book nerd. Let me start with my book actually, and let me get it out of the way because I know you guys want the fragrance. But for books this month, this was the release of Iron Flame, which if you don't know is the second book to Fourth Wing. Fourth Wing shook me to my absolute core. Like when I was done, I had emotional damage. I don't remember the last time I've connected with a book on that level, like to the point where at the end, like I was crying. I was like hysterically crying. I had to like close the book, take a break. I opened the book, started back, repeated, like crying, close the book. Like it was I had emotional damage. The character development was amazing. The plot twist, the story, like the underdog. Oh, I'm a sucker for like an underdog like winning. Anyways, if you like fantasy books, if you were like a fan of like Harry Potter growing up, this is like adult fantasy, but with dragon riders. It's like, it has the romance, it has like the suspense, the action, the fantasy, the world building. It's like a great way to escape reality. The second book came out this month and I loved it. I got the limited edition one. If you have not read Fourth Wing and you like fantasy, then read it. You won't regret it. So good. Now that that's out of the way, let me talk about candles. I love candles year round, but I feel like fall and winter is when I burn them the most, obviously, because it gives off like the cozy vibes. If you guys are not new here, this will come as no surprise because you know I love I love cinnamon. So the candle I've had on repeat recently is called Cinnamon Bark. This is an old one because I have like a stockpile of candles that I get every time they're on sale and I don't always use them. So, but either way, like even if this exact one isn't out, they'll have one similar to it. This one's called Cinnamon Bark. But okay, mine's like it's almost done. And I always have some type of cinnamon candle in my collection because I love the smell of cinnamon, especially getting close to Christmas. I don't know why it's so nostalgic for me. It's like so cozy and warm. I love cinnamon in general. And then this is like another favorite. Last year I got like I think 3 or 4 of these, so this is one of my backups. This is called Hot Cocoa and Cream. I know this is there this year because I almost picked one up, and this year they have the body spray, so like literally run. If you like the smell of chocolate, this smells like freaking hot chocolate. It literally smells like hot chocolate. It's creamy, it's chocolatey, it's so delicious. So I love this, not just for Christmas, not just for this time of the year. I love this. I mean, for colder months, I feel like, because it reminds me of like coming in from like outside. You know when you were like playing outside as a kid, you'd come inside, your mom would be like, do you want some hot cocoa? Or maybe that was just my mom because she's awesome. But this reminds me of like coming in from the cold, so it's like cozy. Oh, so good, chocolate. And they made a body mist of this year from Bath and Body Works. So that's amazing. Next, I guess since we're talking about body, 2 body care items that I love individually and mixing them together. First one is by Victoria's Secret, the pink line, and this is the honey lotion. I also have the honey body scrub. Obviously mine's almost done. I'm gonna wait until after Christmas because Boxing Day will have a huge sale. This smells like honey and vanilla. It smells so freaking good. It has shea butter, so it's actually pretty hydrating. It's not as hydrating as my body butters that I love from the Body Shop, but it's still hydrating, and I love mixing it with this. Actually, my friend got me this. This is by Aveeno, and it's the Daily Moisturizing Body Oil Mist. Honestly, I was sleeping on Aveeno because I mix them together, to be quite honest with you, and then it's just like extra nourishing, especially in the wintertime. My skin is so dry. I live in Canada. It's freezing here. This smells like it smells sweet and creamy and kind of nutty. It's like so underrated. I never would have thought to buy anything from Aveeno. Maybe I'm just too much of a snob, but anyways, amazing. I love mixing those together, and then my skin is like so hydrated and like shiny, which I love. Next up, I'm saving the fragrance for last, okay? I'm sorry, I love you guys. Let's talk skincare. So again, in the wintertime here, my skin gets so dry at nighttime. Sometimes I like to take a break from like actives, and I love this for like when I want to just give my skin a break. This is by Drunk Elephant, and it's their electrolyte water facial mask. This is what it looks like. Come on, get it together. This is what it looks like. I will say the packaging of this is terrible. This is my second bottle, but this pump, after a while, like I still have product in here and I can see it, but the pump stops picking it up. But I love the product so much that it didn't deter me from buying another one. But when it does get to like, not empty, but like nearing the end, I have to actually take the lid off and like shake it out, like bang it on my hand to get the product out, because the pump stops picking it up, and obviously I'm not going to waste my product. This is expensive. But when I put this on at night and I wake up the next day, my skin looks kind of like plump. It looks juicy. It's similar to Laneige, the Laneige water sleeping mask, but I just find this one's a little bit more hydrating. But I don't know actually, because I haven't tried the new Laneige mask that has squalene in it. So they might be the same, but it does similar things, and I loved the Laneige one too. I took a break from that one because I felt like my skin was getting too used to it, and then I started using this one. So maybe I'll have to go back to that one because I do like the packaging of that one much better. But anyways, I do really love this. This is my second bottle, and I'm almost out again, hence the reason why I have to bang it out of there. There's no scent really, but it just makes your skin feel nice and like hydrated and plump in the morning, and it gives it a break from actives because you need to give your skin a break. So I love that. And then this is for like, this is the Lumi Glotion in the shade 902. This is honestly just an extra. This isn't a moisturizer I use, but on days where like I do my skincare and I don't necessarily want to put on makeup, I don't want to wear foundation, this is what it looks like. Let me get in there. So it just gives your skin this nice like radiance. And on days when I don't want to wear foundation, I don't want to do my makeup, but I still want to look a little bit put together and less like a zombie, I'll just do my skincare and put this on and maybe spot conceal. Sometimes I don't even spot conceal, but then at least I look a little bit more like alive. It makes you look a tiny bit more put together. And sometimes I'll do this, I'll spot conceal, I'll do a little cream blush, and then I look like good. It's like no makeup. So I really like this. I don't wear this under foundation just because I feel like that's just one extra thing on my skin that I don't really need, because I'll wear a highlighter. If I'm wearing foundation, I'll wear a highlighter. So if I'm going to do that, then I won't wear this. But on days that I'm not going to wear a foundation, I just want to do either like no makeup or like a very light makeup, then I wear this. And I really like how it makes my skin look awake, and it just makes me feel good. It makes me look a little bit more put together. So I really like this. I'm almost done that. And then last but not, oh, this is the last like skincare type of item, and then we'll get into fragrance. This is for my lips. All of these are, the theme is hydration because again, Canadian winter is brutal. So this is the Clarins lip oil in honey. I like the shade. I like the smell of honey, I mean the shade. It's so good. This is so juicy. I'm just going to add it on top of my lips right now. Do you see that? It's clear. It smells delicious. It's so hydrating. It's supple. It's not sticky. I'm quite literally almost finished. So, you know I love that. And I'll be getting another one. Now let's move into fragrance. I only have a few to talk about that I've worn like on repeat. And then the others, I only like to talk about ones that I wore like on repeat. Okay, so one that actually surprised me, I've been loving lately, is Kayali Vanilla Royale. So when I first reviewed this, you guys know I hate the opening of this. Mind you, I feel like the more I use it, the opening lasts for 2 seconds, so it doesn't bother me. But when I first tried this, the opening is like that dirty patchouli, which I really don't like. But that fades very quickly now. And I'm left with this ultra like sugary vanilla. Yes, it's woody. It's a woody, sugary vanilla. There's a little bit of oud in there, but it has so much vanilla and has so much sugar that I actually crave this. I only wear this in cold weather. When it's wintertime, that's when she thrives. She performs like a beast, and I think that's why I love it. You can smell this, and it goes so well with like sweater weather. It's so sweet and so cozy. I personally love the woodiness in this. I feel like it elevates it a little bit, and this lasts forever. I don't have to worry about it fading. I love the performance. Like this, if you can get over the opening of this, because like I said, the more I wear it, I feel like the opening lasts. That patchouli fades quickly, that dirty patchouli opening. And then what I'm left with is like a sweet, sugary, woody vanilla. I do get the woodiness and I get some oud, but I personally really like that. I feel like for the winter time, it's beautiful. I really like it. Next up, this is Dapper's version of Lyra. So Dapper's a clone house. This is the clone for Lyra. Lyra is a gourmand lover's freaking dream. This smells like lemon biscotti. It has like a citrusy like lemon note, but then it's so creamy. It's so sweet. It's almost like a lemon bundt cake or something like that. It's creamy, it's sweet, it's a tiny bit of like a citrusy gourmand, but it's definitely a gourmand. It is so edible. It's so like thick and cakey and delicious. It's a gourmand. It's very sweet. You have to like sweet, but it kind of reminds me of like a lemon bundt cake or something. Yeah, maybe like a lemon bundt cake with like that creamy frosting on top, because it has like a creaminess and it smells so good. If you like a citrusy, gourmand, cakey, vanilla type of scent, so good. Next up, I think this is discontinued. And it makes me so sad because this is by far, like, I'm cherishing this. I have to be so stingy. And I don't know why they discontinued it, because it is like one of my favorite freaking fragrances. It is Tom Ford Noir Parfum. Why did they discontinue this? I don't know. This is what made me fall in love with like sweet and spicy fragrances, because this one too, I don't even want to spray it. I'm not going to spray it because I think I'm pretty sure it's discontinued, and it makes me so sad. This is like creamy, it's spicy, it's sweet, it's sexy, it's soft. It's a little bit oriental, but in the best way. This is so good. This is so good. It's not overly gourmand, but it has enough sweetness. It's gourmand leaning without being like straight up edible. And that's what makes it a little bit of like this alluring, like grown woman sexy edible. It's so good. It's sweet. It's spicy. She's a little bit sassy. I adore this. And it makes me so sad that they discontinued it, but I still wear it just sparingly, because this time of the year when I'm like wearing sweaters and it's like snowing, I want to wear this. I want to reach for this, and I'm devastated that it's discontinued. And then last but not least is Pinrose Gilded Fox, and I feel like these two go so well together. They are the same. This is like a spiced hot chocolate. This is a very chocolatey scent, but without it being like super powdery, because some chocolatey scents are very like powdery. This one's not. This one's like a spiced chocolate. It has vetiver in it, but that gives it almost like just like this aromatic spiciness. By aromatic, I mean like think cinnamon. It smells like cinnamon, like spicy hot chocolate with a little bit of rum. There's rum in here, but it's not overly boozy. It's mostly like a spicy hot chocolate. It's so good. And by spicy, again, I don't mean like pepper. I mean like cinnamon. It smells like you put like cinnamon with your hot chocolate. Those like warm, aromatic, cozy spices mixed with a chocolate scent. So good. But chocolate is the star. Chocolate is the star here. It doesn't perform the best. I say I get like a solid 4 hours out of this, but I don't care because it makes me feel so happy. It smells so good, and it literally reminds me of this. I should get the body spray in this, the hot cocoa and cream. Anyways, those are all my favorites for this month. If you guys have any fantasy book recommendations, I don't know. I know most of you guys are perfume girlies, but if you happen to be book girlies and you have any book recommendations, leave them for me down below, because I'm always interested. And if you have any fragrance recommendations, leave those down below too, because I'm always interested to hear those, because sometimes I go through like a rut and I want to try something different. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on my other socials. They're always linked down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.